Hello, good evening, and welcome to the stream. Yes, we're live. Yes, gosh, that's awfully red. Yes, it is. TS 1966, good evening. Sky Cannon, yes, you were the first here. Welcome to the stream. How you doing, Heather? Netmile, hello everyone, welcome to the stream. Crash Core 105, hey, welcome to the stream. Robo Arts, yo, welcome. Yep, it's just a good old HODOR evening. How's the stream for everyone? Can we hear me? Am I loud and clear, etc.? Sure my son is, as he's struggling with whatever game it is he's playing down in the living room. I think I'll shut the door. Yes, there we go. Door is shut. It's just us guys now. Is that Robo's Keep? Oh right, you've logged in on the wrong Twitch account. Yes, we know someone else that does that. We know which computer in the house they're on and roughly which room they're in. Yes. Toshiro! Carl, hello, welcome to the stream. All 15 FPS of it. Yes. My trader is almost 160. Nice. Yeah. GPU 35%, CPU 30 odd %. I think there's maybe one core doing some heavy lifting in the middle there at 50 odd %, but that's it. Overclocked a little more just to see if that would help, but I'm not sure it does. Let's get rid of any anti-aliasing. I don't know if that's going to gain any frames per second. Probably not. It's just so many bodies in the same place. Iraq, good evening, but we were teamed before on our lower characters, trying to farm special edition weapon for the dock. It is slightly better, apparently. It's just a little bit quicker. Quickly turn everyone into elite. Starkness, welcome to the stream. My computer in Pande is like, what are you trying to do to me? 10 FPS? Yeah, it is. It's not so much pandemonium. It's when you've just got this volume of players on screen. I've done this before as well, where video settings and set character view down to like tank it down, and you will get a lot more FPS. View distance. There you go. Has less effect that it's while it's trying to render all the characters there. Trying to figure out, see, it goes back down. If you tank it down, it's your system trying to figure out who's where, what they're wearing and all the rest of it. See, now I've got like nearly 30 frames a second, but as soon as you put character back up, you're not. But I can't see what's going on when I do that, so I don't like it. That'll have to do. I'm not in any team at the moment. I was in one. What do I need to put here, Rock? You're in RI2, yeah? So, welcome to the stream. You're in RI2. I'm not in anything at the minute. I am on LFT, aren't I? Yeah, it's ticked. I will untick and retick. There we go. Run to I was saved in Inferno Garden, so it was pretty quick to get here. Go LFT. Alright, there we go. Yay. We're in raid group 2. So what do? We do real Pande, then an iPande or something, don't we? Oh, run to Pande fast. You were talking to Savic, right? That makes more sense. Sav might not want to do tonight. Might be eating her dinner. iPande, real Pande, sector 42. Yeah, you're gonna come a bit later. That's fine. So maybe real Pande 2, depending on timing. Yeah, no biggie. I have less frames per second than I have people watching the stream. Yeah, that's what tanks the frame rate, is rid of that. You guys see that? Is that clear at all? Yeah, like one core is going nuts because it's trying to keep up with all the... It's the game is going right. There's a character in front of you, and then it has to ask the server, what are they wearing? And then it comes back, this character is wearing all these items, and then your client then has to pull those items from the game and draw them on the character so you can see it. How many AI levels did the doc get? 4, I think, in total. I was not counting properly at all, but I think it was 4. It was a lot. Saw a lot of people dinging AI 30 last night when I watched the VOD back. How long until the doc can throw that quality 300cc? I'll be like 205 before I do that. I mean, he's got the 225 on already. That's going to do him for a while. That's going to do him for a while. I need to do the basic quest as well, and do that one night this week maybe. You have 12 cores. I have 4 cores, 8 threads, which is what you can see there. I'm only overclocked to 4.3. This is an old PC. I think instructions per clock make a bigger difference. It's to do with the I/O and things like that. It's kind of weird the way AO works, because even with the new engine, it's weird the way it does this sort of thing. If I turn, if those you weren't here when I did it, if I turn character view distance all the way down, I go to 5 meters, I get like 20 plus frames a second, but it's not representative of what's going on in the game. See, there you go, it's gone up to 20 odd frames a second, and that's because now it's only having to to do this. Even if I turned all the effects off, the thing that has the biggest difference is character view distance. You watch, as soon as I get it to where it can, my client can now see everybody, it tanks. So yeah. Even turning basic view distance down doesn't help. It's just when there's this many people around you, it just gives up the ghost, basically. And says, maybe the buff effect. No, because it has to... It has to go, what's this person wearing? What weapons? What's visible on this character? It has to then ask the game server, then has to request that information for this character, which then goes back to the server and back to me, and it's just having to do it for, 60 plus people here. As soon as we go in, we'll be on half as many people in front of the character, and it will just drop. Yeah, the game has them, but the server has to send me has to send my client the information about what someone is wearing. Yeah? Otherwise, it doesn't know, does it? Yeah, it's references, but it still has to do it. Sponging a victim took me at least 2 days to get all the parts for. It was the hardest part of all, making the tier armour. Thereafter wasn't as bad because you can trade in other glyphs and such. And it turned out that I hadn't bothered with tier armour on 8 other characters, so I just grabbed all their glyphs and turned them all in until I had enough to make the armour I did want, and then I only had to farm a couple. But yeah, getting the tier armour does take forever. Soto Mahoney, welcome to the stream. Shush everyone, the Omni Spy is here. You can see there at the top, GPU is at 33% load. It's completely, nothing. It's like it's watching a video. I've seen it get to 50 watching a 4K video. So, An Omni Spy in a fresh, new Omni Armed Forces tank armour. Oh, I see. That's what's going on, is it? You're on your way to get it now. Nice. Congrats. Yeah, it's difficult to know how many points I've got or whatever at this stage because although the bot is running, we can't communicate with it for reasons. Support totems for PvP. Keeper with 50k HP tanking all the noobs. Oh, I'm still not sure how I'm supposed to pronounce this. Savik, help me out. Kethend. Afternoon, Carl, and everyone else. Welcome to the stream, sir. You can observe the awesomeness that is 11 FPS with 60 players waiting to enter pandemonium. Kethend. Is that right? Is it more contracted? Kethend? I'll go with that until you say it. Kethend in Welsh would be Kethend. Kethend. Where do you live? Kethend. It'd be like that rather than Keth End. There'd be less separation of the syllables. It'd be Cassend. If you had an extra D on the end, you'd be Kenneth in Welsh. Double D is so yeah. As I've been explaining since we rolled the dock, Calmedic, not Calmedi, which is valid actually, but yeah. Not those sort of double Ds. Toshiro, behave. Cathend means gem. Ah. See, when I get completely confused, we resort to Google Translate and see if it can say it. It can be quite interesting at times. Volpoo, welcome to the stream. How the devil are you? Yeah, I can double my frame rate just by going character view distance, zonk. And there you go. Immediately double my frame rate, but then I can't really see where everybody's going or doing. It's just how it seems to work. You know, are we doing callers then? Because their bot's not quite working, is it? I'm going to leave the character view down till we step. See, there's more people over here. See that? Now you can only see about half the players here because I've got character view distance down to 0. Can help in some situations, but then you don't know where anybody is. You're looking at the mini-map trying to figure it out. My old macros any good? Can't find Mattock. Can't find any of these people. Oh, useless. Mortisel. Nobody plays AO anymore. Yeah. Minimap is the best thing in the game. No. Savik's map of Rubikar is the best map in the game. And don't you forget it. I jumped for a bit and saw well over 14,000 draw calls for that area. Iraq, Sav is best in the game. Yep, absolutely. Yeah, bring a social pet. That really helps everyone's FPS. Thank you. Yeah, HODOR raid just isn't... should be there. But, yeah, bot is lagging or something. Yeah, it can't see it. This is only 1/2 of the amount of people that are actually here. Toshiro, there we go, let's just kill the frame rate again. There we go, let's go back to max character view distance. Yeah, because the other half, see there's like, I think 34 is the max you can actually take into iPande before it gets weird. And we've split. There's over 60 people here, so that's why there's 2 raid forces. Turn off, we don't need that, do we? I love people are still giving me all these riot control. Yeah, thanks. You wait till sector 42. It is, and you all enter at the same and then split off. That's later on. That's about 2 hours away from now, but I will be streaming it. Sounds like Mihalik is here. He could be. I don't know. I haven't seen him on stream, but he could be somewhere on here. I mean, I could check. I could check and see if I can guess which tune's his. But I don't know. Okay, are we doing a callers list? Or what are we doing for that? With the bot being down, it can't spam it, can it? Oh, I got my soldier to 150. Congrats! Title 5. Bot is working. Ah, right, okay. Late to the party and everyone's going in. Oh, God. Right. Oh, not that one. That one. Yes. "54 characters in the group. In the private channel. That's not even everybody at the raid, so... callers. List of callers. We're in this one, aren't we? Copy. Pasta. Target is not in a fight. We find that we are. Don't forget, proc reminder. Right, we can use that. The frame rate shut up now because we're in our iPande. Raid Force number 2. Did you do raid join 2? Don't think I did, no. Raid join. Not sure, it's lagging a little bit. Raid is running. Can I do it from here? Oh well, not joining for this one. That was too slow. Yes, this is what happens when you take this many people. It is the herding of cats. This is what happens when you use a bot to function it. Does it have me? No. Doesn't have me yet. I didn't see all that because I didn't know the bot was then up. Oh well. If any of you can see what's going on, you're doing better than me. Congrats on your tank armor. Mobs. Watch the bodies hit the floor, basically. I need to open my window a little more, I think. It's getting very warm in here with that minor overclock. It's surprising. do it just now. Let the bodies hit the floor, let the bodies hit the floor. See, we're all the way back up to 22 frames per second. Yay! If you can hear seagulls, it's because the window's wide open now. Toshiro, I'll sub next time I get paid. Should be this coming week. Don't worry about it, my dude. If you feel you can sub, then sub. If you can't, you can't. Did you get invited to raid? I didn't see it, no. I didn't get a pop-up. I haven't been kicked off either because I'm here. You can see me in the raid window. Thank you very big. Chat wasn't... I paused chat. Yay, points. That's what we want. We want the points for the Akadaka. Everybody wants an Akadaka. Thank you very much. This happens sometimes with larger raids and big numbers. We've got one raid leader who's keeping all those plates spinning. It's not simple. It's not easy. And cut them a little bit of slack, you know. What is Akadaka? It's an AC/DC. It's the be-all, end-all HUD item from Sector 42. But AC/DC has also been an incredible rock band for about 40 years. Longer than that, even. And they're known in Australia by a nickname, which is Akadaka. Yeah. Dirty D, it's done dirt cheap. Best song of theirs. I don't know. Back in Black is probably my... I don't know. I don't think I've got a favourite AC/DC song. I've got about all of their albums. I mean, I'm a guitar player. And when I started playing, I really wanted to be Angus Young. I really did. And then a little later I realised there's only one Angus Young. Don't try and be him. Thunderstruck, yeah, I can play that. In fact, I can play most of their stuff. It's not overly complicated, it's just very cleverly written. And it's a big part of how it sounds is the feel that's put into it. Live at the River Plate is probably their seminal sounding DVD if you ever want to see them live kind of deal. The old debates of like who was their best singer. Was it Bon Scott? Was it that? I mean, Highway to Hell's amazing. So many people have covered their songs as well, but yeah, they're still and always will be one of my favourite bands. Dirty deeds done on sheep. Yes, I see how it is. Mocking the Welsh, I see. It explains a lot about the English in that they came to Wales, saw lots of sheep in the fields and went, lots of sheep round here, the locals must be having relations with them. Why would you think that? It says more about the English than it says about the Welsh. You know. Right, so I'm trying to play it. Do you know why we call the Welsh? Because you've got twisted minds, I think, more than anything. I think that's the thing. There's more sheep in New Zealand per capita. I think they get a bit of that as well, though, don't they? Because it's true. It's really not true. There may have been one individual that partook of such a thing, but there was also that guy that had relations with manure and the tailpipe of Land Rovers. You know, there's a lot of strange people out there. Don't assume that means everybody from the same place is the same, because they're really not. Yes, there's a lot of, you know, peculiar people in the world, but there you are. What is the macro to wall jump? Spacebar. Spacebar, spacebar. I want to take you to a spacebar. I'll read that in a second, Robbo. That's an awful lot of text while I'm wall running in pandemonium. It was because the bloke was doing something illegal. When I was asked what he was doing, he said he was doing that, and it became a running joke and an excuse for being caught. Happened in England and Wales, but it only stuck with the Welsh. What are you doing? Oh, I'm not stealing sheep. I'm having relations with them. A terrible excuse if you think about it. Someone did an FOI for it. There are way more prosecutions for it in England than Wales. Oh, see. You know, Wales, you know, hymns and arias, the land of song and all the rest of it. Ancient culture and language. And what do people remember? The guy who was caught with the sheep. Yeah, it's great, that. There's a load of kids making a noise out there. Good for them. MF Crocker. Some of the more fun I've had, I guess I mean most fun I've had all last year is performing alongside South Wales Gay Men's Chorus. There you go. A lot of great singers in Wales. I'm not one of them. I must point that out. I'm not a good singer at all. I join in when they need a baritone in the pub. You know. You will hear me. Next door are doing a bit of recycling. There's many choirs in Wales. It's a shame there's no Eisteddfod or Urdd this year, or last year rather. Second blue screen, now AO won't launch. Oh dear. That doesn't sound good. Blue screen of Blue screen of death, not good. Is everything alright in the system? Have you added any new hardware? Or updated drivers on anything? These are the usual two biggest culprits. Can close that window a bit now. That's better. Stop the noise a little. I'm sorry to hear you're having problems there, Mahoney. I like using size 20 font. I've decided. I went back to 19 and went, looks really thin. And I went back to 20 and went, no, it's thicker again now. I'd prefer it. It's a little easier when there's a lot going on like this. As long as you remember to make sure it's scrolling. Comic Sans. No, it's Veranda. Right. One of the default fonts. I was going to use the AO font, but didn't quite look right in game as a game chat font. I did. There was a time I used Comic Sans. I'll be honest. There was such a time. No, it's Veranda, but it's size Veranda regular size 20, and it looks like this when I use it. I've got thousands of fonts. You install Adobe Premiere, and it says, "Do you want to add font packs?" And you go, "Yeah," because you use a lot of fonts for titles and things. So it just adds them all. I was thinking of what would work best for a stream, you know. And I think I had it a little too large yesterday for the RP event and everything. Stuff didn't stay on screen long enough. You know, the font was so large that it only the text box was only holding 4 or 5 lines, and that was it. And this is sort of a nice compromise between the two. Veranda size 20. Going to be sticking with that on a 2K monitor for now. Not sure where the ACDC would go. Probably in there. Or maybe there. I don't know. Depends what I'm doing. I think it'll be situational when I eventually get one. Sink the pinks. They will heal all the things if you do not. Thinking of rolling a crat and calling a sky crat. That's a good name. I hope you get it. It all varies, doesn't it? So many names have been used already. That happens after 20 years of this same game. And a server merge. Corner of the bridge, I'm guessing? Yes. It's like the proper Leroy moment running for the corner of this bridge. Run to the corner and tough it out. Yeah, somebody used Savick on Twitch. Probably another Star Trek fan. You had to go for Savick 2. I only put Kalos 2 because I had literally used Kalos. And then when I re-rolled, I didn't, you know, this was when people didn't have mule accounts. There was no Froob thing, or, you know, predates all of that. So I wanted to keep the name so people would know it was me, because I'd made friends in game. So I just added a 2. It was like literally Kalos version 2, you know? Not an anti-mage with ranged energy weapons. Whatever the hell, he was terrible. He really was broken at the time. We didn't have the ranged energy perks and ranged energy weapons we've got now. Trust me. It was really bad. Grey Roller Axe could kill him in missions. He had like 0 evades. Everything was towards just being able to morph. It was my first character, and it was really kind of like, yo, I just want to be able to turn into things in game because it'll be cool. You know, it was literally, that was it. That was a very bad plan. Hoping to get this account going to have characters with Sky in it, so you know it's me. Yeah, that's the sort of thing. I'm kind of okay now. People know it's me because it's me. You'll have seen it somewhere on YouTube or something, so everywhere I go is like, hey Carl. It's like, oh, hi. Splat pow. Alright, 2 slackers, yes, I know, we need to get a move on. You guys probably didn't get a belt dropping. I think it's going to be straight there and kill all the things trying to move from here on in. There's definitely a sense that we've picked up the pace a little bit now. You got the Init Scion here. Already got it, but I've got the fully upgraded Zan belt. So I did beat it without changing belt, which was awesome. Doesn't hurt that keepers have got a good stand strength agility buff of their own anyway. It stacks with everybody else's. That's pretty cool. Nazaro, I think that's the cleanest, most organised inventory I've ever seen on one of your characters, Carl. My old OCD thanked you. Well, your OCD is very welcome. Yes, this character's finished, sort of almost, in terms of, you know, gear. So yeah. But yeah, most of my characters' inventories are just total trash. If you saw Kalos 2's bank, you'd probably have some sort of a seizure. It is not pretty. Takes at least 45 minutes to open every bag in it as well. There's a lot in there. I remember when I was on my keeper and I bumped into Calbrock AO Grid. Yep, I am in the game. I am really real. I do really play. People are always shocked when they see me like buying nanos or you know, all that kind of stuff. Like, well, yeah, you know, I do play this game. Savik has joined the raid. Well, you can be like Savik and make your own guild with your name in it, and then everyone knows it's your toot. I bump into people all the time. I was in the mission agency building this morning on the dock. I got buffed about 9 times. Always stop and say hi. I gave you a 131 when you were struggling. Oh, well, there you go. See? Like anyone else. Helpful when I can be. I think the beast is going to go down yay fast. I found an invisible ledge there somewhere. Let's do the cool tracking shot. I'm not sure what they're bidding on, to be honest. And I don't think it's our raid force that's actually bidding. I think it's the other raid force in instance number 2. It's all going to get fun when we do real Pande very shortly. Two shoulders, nice. I have a shoulder. Yeah. A Dockerlip says 2 shoulders. Yeah, that's what they were bidding on. So I have one. I am wearing it as well. You can't see it there. It's right there. It's because I'm down with the tier 2 look. It's definitely a thing. Proc reminder. When we do real Pande, you'll probably see the beast with 60 odd people hitting it now with, you know, today's Alice gear and Zan gear and nanos and everything else. The last time I did this, the beast went down that fast that it didn't even spawn ads. It was just dead before it had chance. Or maybe one ad showed up just after it died or something. You know, it was just so fast. But not today. Come on, respond to the game. See a bloody pink floating about. I am on the pink. Still wagging his tail, yeah. I just wonder how it ever stands up on those little legs. Excuse me. interface is working. Ground theft humidity also working. LOL. Hence no shield or nukes. There's a trick that took years to work. I was trying to explain a beast ray to your nephew. And how old is he? Poof. Alright, I'm going to head straight back to the beginning. Oh, actually, it'd been quicker to just poof, run through Inf, have a breather. Okay, I think my camera's decided I was very zoomed out there. He's in his 30s but has a mental age of 12. Oh, he's like most 30-year-old men. Or do you mean literally? If so, I apologise. Oh, I'm sorry, Heather. That was insensitive. He might like AO. We could play together. Cancel Cal for being insensitive. Well... So is he round at yours at the moment, is he? Find me, Cal, and I will give you riot control if you don't have it. Oh, apparently no, I already have it. There's a fixer that buffed me running behind me there. And now running in front of me because fixer. Yeah, starting with Froob and let him get the, you know, the first sort of level of stuff you need to know. And then if he really likes it, well, who knows? Well, there's far worse ways of spending your time, isn't there? You can't outrun a fixer. No, definitely not on a keeper. I may have done on my old Advi back in the day, before the run speed restriction, because he had like nearly 5k run speed with parrot and everything, you know. I told him that, but he wants a character with pew pew. So, yeah, you know. I was slightly insensitive then because I'm not looking at the person, but, you know, it could be that there's more of that happening in endgame these days. You know, people can be cruel without even realising. So I don't know. You know him best. You know him best. Robo's saying, Froob Soldier has lots of pew pew. I haven't done Froob Soldier. Haven't done it. I have got a pew pew soldier. He used to be a bang bang soldier, but now he's a pew pew soldier. But yeah. Savik says, Froob Soldier is great. I have them. Oh, well, there you go. I have 2 level 200s, 25 and 60 twink. This is first ever go at AO. I don't know, maybe. Like I say, you know him the best, so, you know. You guide him. I mean, when someone asks me, I always say make an MA first, because you'll get to grips with the rest of the game without having to worry about too much all at once. Click to join this time. Join the raid. You are already in the raid. Okay. Told me to do it, so I did it. Yeah, MA is a good one to get started on. Could learn a lot of the game by just playing an MA for a while. You know, he'd figure out implants and buffs and crit damage and, you know, the other 50 million layers of stuff that you've got in Anarchy. I made an MA first, but since I made a fixer, I wish I'd made him first. Yeah. It's hard to say because I can't unknow what I know about classes in the game, and playing Doc now means I've played every single one. You know, to 220. Well, I will get the Doc to 220 eventually. I was cursing in Penumbra today, trying to get a bloody Doja though. Oh my god. Irok is filling my NCU because now I have NCU. I don't have a fixer buff at the moment, so don't go nuts. Yeah, you get more enjoyment if you master the game yourself rather than someone doing it for you, you know? Yeah, I wouldn't recommend Agent first. Agent as your third or fourth toon, and you'll really enjoy the Agent because you'll be thinking, I can use this buff that I used to have on this character, and you know, and that's what makes Agent a real fun character to do, is to do it 3 or 4 characters into the game. I bet you got plenty of crystals looking for a Doja in Pen. Actually, no, 1 all the time I was there. I'm at 2-time Mahoney at this point as well. So I've stopped on the quest. I did a little bit of that because it was only running round to the various shrines, etc. So I just did that while I was looking for a Doja. And then talked to 2-time Mahoney. Well, Shivering Pete. Yeah, going neutral, he'll get into less trouble, possibly. Woohoo! Neutral power! Neutral is an acceptable alternative, yes, as long as you're not a filthy clanner, according to Soto Mahoney. Anything but a filthy clanner. Newts get extra missions in the wreck, do they? I did not know that. Can they do both sides missions? Is that what you mean? Oh, that's cool. So why is Xerox giving me now? I've got like everybody's buff except, you know, all the buffs. Ah, callers, has that changed now? Looks the same. Shadow Psych, I'm on the way! Used to be Omni, but I always got lost going to places easy to navigate as a client. You say that like you've been to Tier shopping. Someone direct me to the shop, please. Yeah, some of the shopping in Tier can be a little awkward. Shops are sort of placed everywhere. But it's fine once you're used to it, yeah. Real Pande. Is it light enough for everybody? Oops. That didn't help at all. Used to be Omni, I always got lost. That's what you're used to. Shush, we don't talk about that one. Okay. Being Omni is tough. Every time you learn a city, the clans or neutrals take it away from you. Lies. Omni propaganda. It was a target, so I'm finishing it. Stomp, 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 stomp on the mobs. Yeah, being melee in one of these raids is interesting. Stay with the pack. Safety in numbers. Told you the frame rate would tank when we all went in. Fail. I tried doing it on the old engine. It wasn't any better. Has to do with the streaming and everything else. Oriole Raven, Jesus. Jeebus. Yes, that one. This is a HODOR raid doing real pandemonium. There is a lot of bodies here. Yes. I'm not sure where they're fighting, man. Hit one that's a bit nearer. Hit that one. Pink's healing will have none of that here. Yeah, well, I would get slightly better frame rate if I were not streaming, but not much with this many bodies. And I am on the beta engine, so, you know. I don't actually need any loot from Pandemonium on this keeper, but you do earn a lot of HODOR points on it, and that's why we're here. That, and it's fun. Don't get me wrong, it is fun. Anyway, welcome to the stream, Uriel Raven. Yeah, it's not lag, it's it trying to render all the characters and etc. You can see there, GPU 33%. It's only a 980, it's not even like, you know, anything special, and not a single one of the cores is anywhere near even, well, 60% is about the highest it ever gets to. First mid, use walls. I shall try. It's easier when you have a few more frames a second than this to make a judgment about how fast you're going and at what point you should hit the jump key. Yeah. It's surprisingly unlaggy in the traditional sense of the word, but when you get choppy frame rates, quite often people describe it as laggy, but it's not actually lag, so. Lag is actually the ping from you to the server, normally. Bad lag is when you rubber band. So you run a set distance and suddenly bounce back to where you were a few seconds ago or worse. Raven, I'm rolling a keeper now. I want to get into raids endgame. We've never played past Inferno. Oh, Panda's great. Endgame is great. It takes a while to get stuff though, because there's a whole bunch of other people that want it as well. So you've got to keep that in mind. It's not a race, it's a marathon. At the moment, it's a slideshow. That's just how it is. If there was only like 15 possible character models and gear, then yeah, you could probably get this to be 60 FPS, but this is Anarchy Online. There's thousands of combinations, so it has a lot more work to do when it comes to drawing out all the various different players in the game. If you were the mob, how would you feel coming up here, studying, minding your own business, next thing you know, you get completely zerged by this many people with FPS, indeed. You're doing okay, we're getting about 12, which, you know, for the given situation ain't bad. Left mouse click and right mouse click. That's how you find the porthole in that many people. There we go, Leroy to the corner. And hope for the best. Hunker down. And for those that missed it yesterday, we did the first portion of the stream was the role play section of the stream, introducing people to some of the people that organise and get involved with the roleplay aspect of the game, which is quite big. And you don't need a big high-level character with loads of Uber gear on them to join in with that. You can join in and enjoy that on a level 1 free-to-play character. Should write some, yeah, write one. You can spam it in my chat as much as you like. You know, within reason. I think you just use your best judgment. Nine frames a second. Feel the power. The thing is, I've played this game long enough that this was the most frames a second I could get generally, so somehow I'm used to it. Don't ask me how. It is a weird one, I'm not gonna lie. Somehow I can manage with far fewer frames per second than is reasonable in most other games. A lot of other games, you know, if you ever drop below 60, they go nuts, whinging about it. I'm like, ooh, you're trying to beast raid in like 2003. I'm sorry if it makes a bit of a choppy stream, but it'll all be over soon. Attack what I'm told to attack. Well, warped. It's okay, everyone else is here now. That does happen, you do get warped by some of the portal mobs. Part of their dark and evil power. Oof, that's a relief. Zoom in a bit, might help. A bit quicker than some of the callers did, by the look of it. But we're here. We're surviving. We are going to manage. Even if I was on, you know, Threadripper overclocked to 6 gigahertz and a GTX 3090. Probably wouldn't get much better frame rate here in this situation. Slightly better maybe, but that'd be about it. Probably get less loss due to streaming or something. Two boxing seems to be the way to go for that. You just have one PC that's streaming with a capture card in it, and then you're on the other PC running the game. It's cloning your monitor to the capture card kind of deal. Apparently that's how the pros do it. So when their system crashes, it's not the end of the stream kind of deal, you know? They're still up. Unless their, you know, streaming PC goes down. Two, or well, technically 3 Pande runs there with HODOR, depending which raid force you're in. There's Savik jumping next to me. Yay! I think the enforcer just Leroyed. Leroy Jenkins! And I told you that when the full force of the raid comes here, because it's not just the people you see on the raid window here, it is in fact, there's a whole other one of them as well. Which is why the beast is just getting obliterated. Leroyed a lot of raids, just not AO. Oh, I have Leroyed many things in Anarchy. Oof. There we go. Anyway, I'm not bidding on anything here, so... GTFO. Wow, look at this. What? 40 FPS? What is this madness? Two box. Nice. I knew you meant box. Contextual. The relief of having more frames. Well, thing is, I do have a is it in that bag? No, it's in that one. There you go. Awakened burden of competence. Just not wearing it right now. I only require a pair of pants. I've already got one sleeve on, so I just need a thing for the cuirass and a pair of pants and another thing. Machiavellis or whatever they are. How's the player base this day? Well, that was a 60+ person raid just then, and we're definitely not the only people on the server. Population since the lockdown and everything happening in 2020 has had a bit of a surge, I would say. It's actually really quite busy now. A lot of people came back to play because, you know, locked in the house kind of deal. And many have already gone back to work and stuff, but they've carried on playing Anarchy Online, so it's all good. Good to hear. Spent 10 years on this game, brings back some memories. I bet it does. 10 years in the game. When did you last play? Troxy123. They say that was lag. That was a rubber band. And this is where we're going to be camping and watching the frame rate gradually die as more and more people get here. That's Anthea, God Almighty, Anthera, who was on the Ark Playfield tour. If you saw that last weekend, they were one of the guests that was there. "42 soonish," and HODOR have the West. There we go. Seen Sav's keeper in action this morning got me real close to wanting to sub. Not gonna lie. Keepers are awesome. They're such a chill class to play once you get on top of things. Some people would say they're a bit dull. I would argue no, they're chill. Doc is frantic and, you know, all that. Damage dealer, you're always trying to be the best damage dealer in your raid group or team. But keeper, yeah, it's kind of chill. It's good for streaming for me because you know, if I look away for a few seconds, it's okay. Nobody's gonna suddenly die, kind of thing, you know. Hopefully. Real Raven, I got trained in Temple of the Three Wind a few times. Oh God, yeah. Temple, Biomare. There's a few like that. There's a few places where that happens, but hey. The Mantis Smuggler's Den is another favourite for getting trained, but yeah, there's a lot of hidey holes in there, so yeah. Right, so while we're waiting for the frame rates to die over here, I'm going to get myself another drink, I think. And I think you guys should go and get snacks and whatnot. And we'll have the ba-ba-bum intermission music. Oh, yes. Right, I am back. What have I missed? Savik, whenever we have one side for Sector 42, we bring more than a full RI for it. It's similarly OP as the Pande run we just did. Soto Mahoney, this intermission is brought to you by Omni Engineering. Omni Engineering Rome wasn't built in a day, it took us a week. Fair enough. Daylight 97, welcome to the stream. Right. Daylight 97, been following Carl for years. First time I've live watching. Wow. Well, there you go. Welcome to the stream. Real-time interaction in the comments section. Pretty much, anyway. I think the thing that's going to be hard with the dock is getting all the support beaters and stuff. They seem to be very expensive and I don't have a stock of them. So, yeah. I think the last big farming I did was for the pyramid and upgrading the BOC and such. Oh, yeah. That's a lot of farming. Because you're going in with a full team and there's never more than 3 of the drops you want. So, yeah, you've got to do a lot of work for that. You have to do more Vortex, yeah. Well, at least Vortex is nice and fast, you know. An hour of Vortex can yield quite a bit of stuff. You know, let's check the old Discord. Oh, yeah, it's been busy. Right, everyone seems to be behaving. Mostly. Blue screen broke Soto Mahoney's directory. Oh god. I've sorted it. Very good. Glad to hear. You've never used HODOR, right? I didn't until everyone sort of said, go and do HODOR raid. Do a HODOR raid stream. Okay, I'll do a HODOR raid stream. What I've discovered with YouTube, though, is if I upload videos longer than... it seems to be longer than 4 hours, it throws a fit. You just can't handle it. So I'll have to start downloading them and editing them into, you know, splitting them or something. I thought 10 hours was the cap. Maybe it's because they're 1440p, I don't know. I'll quick check, see if it's done anything yet. With that last one. Yeah, still thinking it's working on it. It's got 2 there that says 2K finished and you watch and it's 360p and I'm like, I'm not releasing a 360p video. Yeah, 5 hours seems to kill it for reasons, I guess, but yeah. Your channel. Okay, that's worked rather well. Yes, I know, I've seen the trailer before. It makes me watch it every time, though. Okay, YouTube's having another moment. Oh, it is displaying videos, but just not on the homepage. It's because they keep messing around with it. I don't know why, but they keep doing it. Well, at least subscription feed is working now. That was broken the other day on YouTube or something. No, Jar, welcome to the stream. I thought you had to be invited to it. That's what I was told. Was it? I think it was Vulpu that it twisted my arm to come along. Said, you need an Akadaka. And the only way you're going to get an Akadaka is to come on the HODOR raid. It's probably true. Not going to get one otherwise. Storm used to raid Sector 42 on their own. That was quite a few moons ago, though. Probably closer to when it was... do you guys ever run Dust Brigade? Oh, God, yeah. When we do like a midweek raid night, or Dio, we do the lot. In fact, quite often, if we're going to do DB3, we'll do DB2 first, just to get the buff, and then do DB3, or do DB2 and then go off and do other stuff. So, yeah. I don't think HODOR does DB. It's six-person raid, you know, so... Yeah, I have to shut that curtain. It is starting to go dark. They are a dock. Ooh, let's have a look at their build. Let's get some ideas. Mark of the Bloodless. Ah, yes. 5% heal efficiency, 5% heal reactivity. Nice. Right hand of hope and a left hand of hope. Or left hand of grace. But they both... Neither has... Oh, the right hand of hope has the burst on it, right. There's dozens of videos of it. Sanctuary. Treatment of first aid. Got one of them somewhere. Yeah. It's kind of what I thought of getting. There's an AC/DC if you were wondering. There you go. Perception 150. Add damage 30 to everything. Max health and nano for 1,000. Add all def 20. Add all off 20. Nano cost -5. Nano delta for 3. Useful if you're casting. Critical increase for 2. Healing efficiency an extra 2. Direct down nano damage another 2. And 75 to init. So they are very nice. And create a module. I've got one of those on my engineer, I think. No cost at NCU. Surprising. I would have thought that was going to be... I was actually thinking that was going to be one of the first things I added. Savic's build will be quite different on her dock because her dock is melee. And she has those. Which could not have been easy to get on. So that's what I think every time I see them. No way was that an easy job. Yes, Mark of the Bloodless, Sav has one as well. And Condemned Bulwark. Gamel11111. Welcome to the stream. I've been watching like crazy, just raising my hand in case you're going to run it and I want to fill the team. You'll know if you're watching a stream and we're doing it, if there's a spare slot and you're in the stream, you're more than welcome. That's pretty hard. You needed full apotheosis for it. Yeah, I can imagine, yeah. Yes, Gamel is on the main PC tonight. We can tell, because when he logs in on the main PC, he's Gamel11111. And when he logs in on the laptop, wherever that is in the house, it's Gamel0007. Yes, we're doing the boring bit of the proceedings, which is waiting around outside Sector 42, watching my frame rate slowly die. As it does. Raid is running. Sector 42 West, 1900 hours. Join the Z-Raid. You are already in the raid. Good to know. The only other thing I'd be doing now is going back to Sector 7 to get another special edition pistol. They're slightly faster than the others, so ultimately more damage at full def, which is what I'm going to need to be on most of the time on the dock, I think. Yeah, I started looking for a doja, spent nearly an hour solid just killing mobs for it. Got fed up, thought I'll do a bit more of the pen quest. Did that, killed a few mobs as I was doing it because they were chasing me. And they were all ones that can potentially drop a doja. None of them did. So yeah. I'm not allowed to... What? Tiny Horton's coffee and a steamed ginger cookies. I'm going for a walk. Have a good raid. We shall. Thank you, Soto Mahoney, for popping by. You have to make yourself a script for the RP channels and stuff so you can drop it into the chat. With like hyperlinks and all the other stuff. Gamel, I'm allowed to play with whatever one the wife's not on. Oh, I am with you. Daylight 97 has subscribed at tier 1. Thank you very much for the subscription, Daylight 97. Welcome to the club. We have emotes like these. I made them myself. Nozero finally got off my lazy butt and did the Winstead quest for Faster Than Your Shadow. Well, it's worth it. What's this one? Elric has now followed. Elric has now followed. Thank you for the follow. And these emotes will work on the Discord as well. I had to faff around to make that happen. You've got to have your own channel, etc. So, yeah, that was fun. What Discord? I'm sure Savik will link it for you momentarily. There's the official one. When you play the game, it gives you the link on the game launcher itself. And they'll work on that. In fact, they should work on any Discord chat that allows emotes. They should be available to you while you're a subscriber. Or if you unlock them with thing. Yeah, I just made a little tiny one. It's got nothing on it. Sky Cannon. The Storm one is the one I tend to use a lot more. Due to set that one up. The one I set up was you had to be account linked for the things to work. It's just it's all nuts. You're not missing out. Don't worry. I think the last chat on my own Discord was probably about a month ago. November. That was the last time anyone said anything on that one, yeah. It only exists so that emotes work on Discord, that's it, really. The Storm one, not really, no, because it is a guild one. So we save that for people that we know well, or, you know, they're either in Storm or a friend of Storm guild. Yeah, you're already on the Storm one. That's fine. Because that one I can use for voice chat. The Kalos 2 server, I made it just to do the emotes on Discord. That's it, really. I haven't done anything else with it since, so you're not missing out. Like I say, the last time anybody typed anything was in November last year, so there you go. Well, it's nice and chill here. You know what a reasonable price for Nippies 140 is? They are hellish expensive. Forget them, especially for shade. It doesn't matter. Your perks are doing most of your damage by end game. Just push through with something else. Unless you've got bags of money or loads of time to go farm them. They are nuts prices. I'll start 40 minutes. Two-step. Yeah, I had two 160 nippies and I loaned them to someone I've known a long time for their tune. And then they quit game while they still had them. Like, what? No! And that's... Oh, Salvo ZA, welcome to the stream. Yes, were you in lurk mode? Speaking of bags of money, I lost 18 billion out of my mail last week and no risk. Ooh, yikes. I don't know. Have you... If you've got a ticket number, you could maybe contact Andy. I don't know if he can help with in-game issues like that, though. He can usually help with, I can't get my payment through and that kind of stuff. Whether he can help with that, I don't know. But you could ask him. He is the community manager, so... You send him a private DM. Generally, if he can, he will. You know, he's a great guy like that. My last position I put in October and they got back to me 2 weeks ago. Yeah, it is. It's very, very slow. Unfortunately, that is true. Not gonna cover that one. It used to be that ARCs could deal with a lot of the petitions, but they don't anymore. They're not permitted to, so they can't, unfortunately. I'm sure if they could, then a lot more stuff would get dealt with a lot quicker. But it's just, you know, it's maintenance mode, baby. That's what we have. Despite that, we still get new dungeons opening up and stuff, so yeah. Well, you say that, Overpar, they don't always take your money very quickly. Most of the people saying, I'm trying to pay to play and it won't take my money. So apparently no. Even that can be problematic, so yeah, go figure. And you'd think that would be something they'd sort out like ASAP, and apparently no on that score as well, so yeah. Touch wood, he said, tapping his head. I've not had the issue with payment so far. I was going to rejoin ARC, but they told me it was all community stuff now. Yes, but that doesn't mean it's bad. But you know, if you felt like it wasn't what you wanted to do, then yeah, fair enough. But you know, last night we met some other ARCs. We did the ARC playfield tour, You know, maybe one day things keep going that way. Maybe eventually ARCs can become more involved again. But, you know, it's going to require time and effort, I think, for that to be the case. You know, for that kind of change to happen within the company, then, you know, I don't know. Yeah, once the stream, we get to the end of HODOR. Well, when HODOR starts, and it's usually done in like 30 minutes, the whole thing, doing Sector 42. It's very fast. There you go. They still do run in-game events, play RP characters like Simon Silverstone, and do tours, and, like, you know, there's other stuff. There is. The Arc Playfield tour was a lot of fun. You never see an Arc on a REIT like... Yeah, they do. They do crop up there. And just as I've seen Arcs twice on characters now when you know, when you come out of a REIT and there's the lady who wants you to go fetch her handbag. Come out of there before now, and Arc's gone, "Greetings, player name. Welcome to Rubicar. If this is your first, is there anything I can help you with on Rubicar?" Blah, blah, blah. And I've gone like, "I'm cool, thank you. I know my way around." And they do still welcome new players. They just don't maybe welcome every single one every single time, but it still happens, you know. Generally happy to chat with people who are open to it. I've chatted with greeters on my level 220 when I met them in ICC. Yeah. No, I still think Arc is a very cool thing. Daylight 97. How does this HODOR thing work? Okay, it's a point-based raid bot hosted by players, etc. So you turn up and you get X amount of points for each raid type you participate in, and you can bid with those points on stuff. Let's have a look. How many points have I got now? 3,267, which is not the kind of numbers you need for an ACDC. They go for quite a lot. But then, you know, you can get very hard to get loot this way. You know, so... And for some people, it's, you know, they maybe don't have that many in-game friends and such, and maybe they're unlikely to get any beast loot otherwise, or all the other raids they do, because in the middle of the week they do all kinds of stuff. You know, like if you want the item for your ruin pet, they go and do the biodomes and stuff like that. So each raid, the raid leader, after, like, they were giving out points for each Zod that we killed, both times round. And then, you know, and then at the end when you complete the raid, so you keep sort of like getting more and more points, and keeps a log of it, and then you can bid with those points. If you bid and someone outbids you, you don't lose the points. It just means someone had more points to bid than you did. It's like an auction, you know. Yeah, that's true. If you tell rules, it'll tell you as well. Let's have a look. Rules. Click to view. Oh my god, that's tiny text. Follow the raid leader's command and assist by using the macro from the caller's command. Do not complain about the callers unless you want to be the new caller. Anyone who is able to join the raid is welcome. If needed, we may just ask you to use a more useful character if you have one. Unless you have won any loot or the raid leader declared a body free-for-all, do not open the loot of a boss. This only slows the raid down, and because the whole raid has to wait until your curiosity is satisfied. Yeah, it's their EULA, and then sort of times for different raids. So APF tells you the points you get for it, etc. Clan and neutral, I think, isn't it, Sam? Yeah, there you go. You're not allowed to sell or give away loot rights of no-drop loot. If you're running late, do not join the raid until you have catched up with the raid force. This is to prevent leeching of points, because people will. So you could just join, yes. If you clan, yeah. So they do Biodome, they do Pandemonium, APF Artillery Commander, APF First Boss, and then they do the Sector 35, 28, 13. You know. But to actually go into Sector 42, you do need that decrypted data core. So you need one of the cores from each of the preceding APF zones. So you need 13, 28 and 35. You need all three of those. You hand it to a guy. Where is he? He said running away from the frame rate. Or toward the frame rate, really. Yeah, you hand your cores, CORES, to the guy I'm running towards now. So yes, you go to this guy, Unicorn Security Advisor, and you talk to him and trade your cores. You can also pick up a mission to go into each of the standard sectors, so 13, 28 and 35. 10 is for lobies, along with 7. And then he combines them for you, and you get one of these, and you need that. And you trade it to the guy over here, Unicorn Access Supervisor, and he gives you like a buff in your NCU, which lets you zone down to get started on a Sector 42 raid. So there's a little bit of stuff you need to get going. Same as Pandemonium. You will need a +10 ring to get through the portal. And you will need a hold helmet bait or similar. There you go. Tomorrow at 1800 GMT or UTC is Biodome and iPande. Yeah, so tomorrow you can do Pande. That's 80 points straight away. You could do Biodome as well. You know. Yeah, I'll just creep here until I find some good starter one to join. Yeah. Well, you can join the bot, and every time you log in, it will tell you what's happening and when. It didn't today for whatever reason. Bot was misbehaving. Tell HODOR raid news to see the schedule. There we go. News last updated November 5th, 2020. So there you go. Saturday, that's what's happening. Sunday, we're doing this. Monday, it's that. I think there's stuff going on Wednesdays as well, but it's not on there. I think mostly people sort of want these raids, you know. Each boss drops one. It's like a tadpole, but with 3 or 4 tails on it. And then you've got... He will convert them into a ball-shaped thing, and then you can combine the balls, or you can combine all... Give him all 3, and he gives you this back. It looks like a black and green... It's like a black ball with little tiny green flecks in it, and 3 concentric circles over it. Flipper 33, so many people. Yep, there's quite a few. Black tennis ball with computer screen text on it. Has it got text on it? Oh, it is as well. Yeah, it is writing. Yeah, how do you describe it? If you go to Anarchy Online Universe, which I'm sure Savik has got a link for, it tells you how to do all this stuff. Oh, I missed one there. You feel the core of your being shift as the source makes room for a divine presence. Fafnir has reached enlightenment. Congrats. Feel the core of your being shift as the source makes room for a divine presence. Shrinkle has reached enlightenment, as has Rose has reached enlightenment as well. All the people dinging 220. There you go. That's the hyperlink for Anarchy Online Universe, which explains what you need and where you get it, and also what it looks like. Played this game since launch, but had many fairly long breaks over the years. Yeah, a lot of people... That's true of a lot of players, actually. I should probably leave my team of 1 and go back on LFT HODOR. The raid leaders can see what's going on. Yeah, I played since beta and launch, then I stopped in 2006 for a couple of years, I think. Then I came back for a month or so. Sort of did the same thing you're saying, and then like by 2012 I was sort of back completely again, I suppose. Back to sort of playing out pretty much every day. Want to join? There's my mouse. Hey, there you go. Click to join. Join the raid. You are already in the raid. Jolly good. Yeah, quite a few people have breaks. I mean, over a 20-year sort of span, people's lives change quite a bit, usually. You got to think, when I started playing, I was 32 when I started playing Anarchy. 52 now. That's just nuts. You know, like the girls have grown up and got married, got kids of their own. And then 2006, young son appeared. We weren't expecting him. You know, so that turned everything upside down again. Loads of people, you know, they were like 20 when they started playing the game, are now in their 40s with grown children. You know, so stuff changes, man, and all of that. Yeah, there you go. Oh, to be in your 20s again, eh? If the game was still like it was back in 2004 when I started, I would be on a break again by now. Well, Try a young son appearing when you're 44. Oh God, no! It was scary enough at 36 or 38. It was like, oh, really? Okay. TS 1966. I was working when I started. I'm retired now. Oh my God. No, we decided, like, it's probably not a good idea to have more at our age. No one, are you going to give them, you know, the best and of yourself kind of thing? And number two, there's a lot of medical reasons why it's not a great idea. I know people do, but, you know, certain risks increase with age when it comes to having kids and stuff. And like Mrs. Callis too remembers when she had the first one, they were like, yeah, you're fine. That was it, you know. And then when she was pregnant again back in 2006, they were like, they wanted to test her every other week, you know, prodding and poking and making sure this, that and the other. Sav, I was 18 when I started playing. Yeah, but you're a little baby Sav. Not really, but if I say that, I feel better about being old. Yeah, when you tell someone you're in your 30s, it's quite cool because they seem to have a view that you're kind of the same age that James Bond, Indiana Jones, and, you know, all those are. So you're kind of old enough to be considered an adult, full-time adult, but also young enough to be, you know, vibrant and virile and all the rest of it. As soon as you say I'm 50, they go, yeah, it's not far. Same age, same, I was old enough. What? Same, I was old enough to have made Sav then, right? Technically, I wasn't. Well, maybe. Pushing it. You were old enough to have made Savik then, yeah. No, I wasn't. Oh no, maybe I was. Biologically, I'm not sure. Maybe. Yeah, I'd have been 12 then, Sav, so... Yeah, maybe... No. Not 12. No, yes, I would. I am old enough to... You're 34 now, yeah. Oh yes, I think I was old enough. Yeah, I'm 52, so yes. See, it's the old farts club, really. This channel, because the game's been here so long. Everyone playing it is now like old folks' home, you know. Yeah, Mrs. Callis too was 34 when Milado. No, 36 when Milado was born. See, that's why I don't try and act like, you know, yo, dudes, yeah, I'm young, trendy streamer, because there's no way this audience would put up with it. They'd be like, oh, are you? No, I'm going then. You know, they're just not interested. Plus, it wouldn't sound... I don't think I'd sound convincing as a youth, to be honest. I don't think I sound youth, do I? Code Nugget, no, quite probably not. I'm still pretty fit. I can still run a couple of miles. I do so every day, because it's one of them, at 50, like, you can't have, like, 6 months of not running and then go out and run. You can't do that anymore. Could do that in the 20s. Can't do it now. If I skip a week, I know about it the next time. You know, so you've got to try that bit harder to stay in front and stay fit for sure. Hip hop with a bad hip, yeah. My all the cartilage damage I've got in my knees, but I still do it. If it hurts too much, I just walk. But then I'll walk round a mountain, so at least I'm getting the breathing going and everything else, you know. I went skiing yesterday in Jasper. You're doing an APF or just finished? Just joined. Well, welcome to the stream, Code Nugget. Yeah, we're about to start in the next 15 minutes. We did iPande, Real Pande, and then there's like a little break, and we've just all been chatting and whatnot, and we're about to start Sector 42. So yeah, skiing, you've got to build up to skiing. Don't you remember when you were kids and it was like, you'd say, you know, go up and down the stairs sideways, you know, build up to sort of 10 or so times a day, just to build up that stamina and strength in your legs, get your breathing and everything working for it. Kalos, which weapon is good for keepers between 105 and 130? If you can get an edge of Excalibur or whatever, then they're brilliant. Or even a Panther is still pretty good. Pain Panther's solid at that level. You can get a Pain Panther on quite a bit earlier with a bit of twinking and stuff. But it's still a solid weapon, even after that. I can't remember what order I did, because there was a guy, Brutal, who was the reason I made the Keeper in the first place. He donated a copy of Excalibur, an exact copy of Excalibur, so I used those for quite a bit. Yeah, 105 Pain Panthers are relatively cheap. It's the lower quality ones that are actually more expensive, because people will, you know, make Uber twinks with them, kind of thing. Well, the AI weapons can be quite good. Yeah, they're not terrible at all. They're pretty good, in fact, some of them. And then eventually you get the big weapon, like one of these. These are just nuts if you want to stay two-hand edge. They're really good. Yeah, the AI ones are quite convenient to get as well. They're mid-levels. If you complete the Pen Zan quest, you get the Frozen Sword, which is okay, but it's much better once you upgrade it. I don't think I've got one with me. This one also drops in the new subway, but this is when you're 201 or higher. But the first boss not the subway, sorry, the new Temple of the Three Winds, the first boss can drop this. And it looks like the sword the Keeper is holding at character creation. I'll show you now once this goes on. There you go. It's the same sword that he's holding. Well, the mesh is the same anyway. So now I look, apart from the tank armour, like the Keeper at character creation when you're picking a class. And that's a good weapon as well. It's just that the big one's better. Yeah, Enhanced Queen Blade's pretty fun. It's kind of slow though. I can remember when it was the end-all be-all. Blade of Keone, yeah, that's it, yeah. You get that from the Pen Zan quest, and then you upgrade it with the, whatever they're called, Soul of the Jester, Soul of the whatever. You upgrade the sword with that and it makes it a hell of a lot better. Much quicker. But yeah, the Enhanced Queen Blade is very iconic. I can remember when every Enforcer had one, you know, kind of thing. It was the weapon to have, you know. We don't know which bit of the Queen it actually is, but hey. Get off nano effects for Sector 42. It doesn't make any difference. We've done it. It adds like maybe 1 or 2 FPS. Show you. Boom. There you go. All gone. And I'll go zone. Yeah, mandible. Yeah, that would make sense. It's how many people are around. That's what does it. As soon as I put it to like 0 character view distance, right, I've zoned. See, it's all fine, 50 plus frames a second. And welcome to the stream, Vulpu, by the way. And then as I run towards all these people, 2 frames a second quicker than it was. I also can't see when anyone's casting anything. You've been there for 2 hours. Sorry, Vulpu. You've been in lurk mode engaged. He was in Pande and stuff. Can I get any more emotes? Because I want to make lurk mode engaged one. I think that's going to be the next one. If I, there's the dashboard thing. Yeah, you're right, emotes. Nope, I can still only have the 5 I've got. Yeah, that's all it does. No, it doesn't even tell me when or what I need for that to open up. I'm guessing more subscribers or something. So there you go. Even turning off nano effects doesn't actually help that much. But you can see the frame rate in the top left. Now if I go scroll down, see character view distance. If I tank that, there you go. 30 frames a second. That's what does it. It's character view distance. It's the game figuring out who's wearing what and what that looks like, etc. Yeah, view distance, you need it in 42, exactly. And as soon as I put it back up, down it goes. That's what does it. It's not the effect. That really don't make enough difference to be worth turning off. Because then you can't tell if somebody's rooted or, you know. Yeah, this is the new engine anyway, but yeah. And then if I show you there, graphics card's only at 32% anyway. So you know what I mean? It's not that that's bottlenecking. It's not the. It's the I/O of the game. Did you do the Karma key quest on the dock? No. I have got a key for Pen Garden on other tunes though. Oh, you can tell when is rooted. That tune is looking around saying help with their eyes wide open. Yeah, help! I can't run away. There's a load of stuff coming out. I have a bag of sauce for you. Oh, God. You all want me to do... Oh, God. We'll need to mail those to... Oh, you're going to make me do the quest, aren't you? Deary me. I don't want to do it. I'm going to end up doing it, aren't I? Oh, lordy, lordy. I was going to say, he ain't going to be soloing the temple boss anytime soon. Mortazal, do it! Do it! It's going to be that 10-hour video of Darth Sidious going, do it, Do it. Do it. Do it. Do it. That's actually on YouTube. 10 hours of do it. Unbelievable. It's got millions of views as well. Although I suspect its percentage view time is like less than 1%. Sure, people send it to each other as a joke, you know? There's all kinds of mad long videos on YouTube. There's one 10 hours of engine room noise from TNG. It's like TNG night shift background noise. But if you've got like tinnitus or something like that, it's probably, they're brilliant. You know, you get a good night's sleep with it. In, you know, some little earbuds in and stuff. Or white noise is another one for that, isn't it? They're like, well, we made you make a dock. May as well go all the way. I heard there was a bloke streaming a 20-year-old game on YouTube. Yes? Yes, there is. Don't listen to anything in normal frequency overnight sleep. Huh? Not sure what you mean. You need to do a research on frequency of sounds to be able to do that. Well, I know quite a bit about sound and sound frequencies. What do you mean? If you've got tinnitus, listening to white noise, which is 20k, it's 20 hertz to 20k, all at the same time, that's white noise. Pink noise is slightly tilted, so there's less volume in the higher range, and so on. And it can't help. Well, that's why these videos exist. It's just noise in the background. Some people are more comfortable with noise. Don't forget, from the moment you're conceived, you can hear, you know, the rushing of blood through your mother's body. And then eventually you hear your own. If you've ever been inside a completely acoustically dead room, the ones that they test, you know, microphones and speakers inside. Can't think of the name off the top of my head. It's not anisotropic. It's something else room. But that's weird, because if you stay in it long enough, you can hear like a high frequency sound if your hearing's still intact, and it's actually, you can hear the electricity in your own nervous system reacting, and a low rumble, which is actually the blood flowing through your body, because there's no other sound. There's zero reflections in it. It's quite unnerving to be in. And when someone's talking, they sound totally disjointed. You can't tell where the sound's coming from. It's really weird. If you ever get the opportunity to go into one for a few minutes, do it. Really freaky. We did it at the PV factory on a it was on a sound engineering course I did for work, when I ran it was like a guitar store, but PV said, oh well, you know, you're the store manager, do you want to come along and on this course we put you up in a hotel for a few days, we feed you and we educate you and all the rest of it. And I was like, yeah, I'll do it, you know. So it was pretty cool, but going in that room was proper freaky. It was just so unreal, is the only way I can describe it. We do reactor sounds we can't hear as well. Some people can hear way below 20 hertz as well, which is kind of creepy. Some people can. Women hear bass better than men do as well. It's another thing. Winslow, anechoic chamber. That's the one. Yeah, have you ever been in one? It's so I can't describe how weird it is. But yeah, I was in one for about 15 minutes and I didn't want to be in there anymore. I'm gonna go get my bathroom remodeled today. That's the vibration from the kitchen sink. Yeah. Sound is a pet subject of mine. I'm always fascinated by it and how we perceive it and how we react to it and what's actually going on in physics. I'm so sad, no England trip for me this year, even with a British passport. I'll have to quarantine when I get there. Yeah, probably. It's going to be weird for quite a long while, yeah, I think. Yeah, I love this. Let's get prepared by gently removing the encrypted data core from your super secret hiding spot and place it in your inventory. Yeah, travel's a bit of a... I've only left Wales once since this time last year, and that was for an essential journey. I was picking up my father-in-law from hospital. That's it. So, you know what I mean? I'm even vaccinated as a paramedic. Well, thank you for being a paramedic, sir. Or madam, or whatever. You guys have peeled me off the tarmac more than once. So, yeah, well, you tell me. I don't assume. I think someone's getting their key sorted out for the raid like minutes before the raid is about to start in guild. Yes, psych, I think. Is it? No, Danish power. My mother's side is from Wales. Yeah. Basking or blue? Oh, Wales, yeah, you corrected it. Winslow, last raid for Alliance in its current format. Was it changing or something? Oh, I hope they sort something out. Yeah, what's occurring, as they say in the Ronda. Semi-imploded, oh dear. That's a pity. Well, maybe someone can, you know, stick it back together again or whatever. would be good. What time is it? Time's gone. We're all trying to click on the We're going in yet? What are we doing? I'm to swap computers, dinner time. Okay, Gamel 11111. We'll see you in a minute on Gamel 0007. And enjoy your dinner. I might be a few seconds late. I've already clicked on the guy. Trying to get trying to get everyone. Trying to play, do the stream, and help Danish out at the same time. Oh, it ran out. Eh? No, you'll not get access until your mission has expired. Well, I bloody did it. And now it's saying I must have authorization running. Oh, I've screwed it up running over to show him where the bloody NPC is. Oh. That'll teach me to try and help someone, won't it? Four hours 57. Fuck's sake. This mission cannot be deleted. Well, how do I fix the pigging problem then? Oh, you stupid bloody way of doing it. Well, great. Yeah, look, you have access. This lasts no more than 20 minutes. That wasn't 20 bloody minutes at all. That was nowhere near 20 minutes. There you go. You've been granted access to Sector 42. This access lasts 20 minutes, after which you will not be able to obtain access for 5 hours. Well, that was nowhere near. You must have Unicorn authorization running. Well, I obviously do, because the pillock won't talk to me. Come on, stupid bloody thing. What, does he give you a buff and the buff lasts like a minute? Well, crap. Oh well. Yeah, it won't be me, because the stupid bloody thing. Well, that's just fabulous, isn't it? The buff should last as long as the pigging mission then. It says 20 minutes. That was not 20 minutes. Nowhere near 20 minutes. I ran from there to the advisor, jumped up and down, and then ran back. So, you know. Oh well. That's the end of that one. Did you click goodbye? Yes, I did. And I can't reopen the chat, so, you know. Kink has actually come back 2 game overpowered GG. So yeah, that's the end of that one, folks. That's a bug, I think. That's annoying. Oh well, next week then. Yeah, I'm sure I did. I clicked goodbye to close the window. For some reason, the buff or whatever it is he gives you must have bugged out or something. The Dork Carnival, I do remember. Weren't they the ones that got banned from the game? They were griefing and Ninja looted a Bok or something, and the GMs literally banned the leaders and disbanded the guild and banned half its leadership or something, or half the players in the guild. I remember that. I remember that happening on the forums. The fallout from it. It was hilarious. But yeah, I remember that. Dark Carnival. Was it Dark Carnival or was it... No, that was Midnight Reveries. That was Midnight Reveries, all that happened. Yeah, I remember Dark Carnival. I remember the name. And like someone went more like the Dork Carnival, and it's oh god, that started a right flame war. That did. Oh dear. No, oh yeah, I remember. What was his name? The NT Fingers or something like that. Saying this is how you play an NT, and anyone who disagrees with me is wrong, and all the rest of it. There you go. Bugged the mission by coming to help you, mate. Yeah, Finger. Yeah, he was gobbing off at a PvP standoff somewhere, and I nailed him with on my Advi. I used to have a screenshot, 2 screenshots, one of him going blah, 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 on all of that, and the next one of him like remains of on the ground. That was bloody brilliant. Facebook has just pinged me to say you are live in HODOR. Oh well, not now, I'm not. Facebook pinged you, that's weird. I only posted in edit post. There you go. Now it just says live stream. Yeah. Yeah, my own damn fault. Shouldn't have ran away. Yeah, it's not your fault, dude. Well, I haven't told Facebook anything, so I don't know. Right, I need to update the stream info. So I'm going to stop the stream and restart it straight away, but change the title, okay? Right, don't go anywhere. I'll be right back.